she's just not a nice person. Let me see if I can find some examples so I'm not just saying it and you're like, why should I believe you? My mom talks shit about everyone, every person. We went to the mall the other day. You can't talk to my mom. Like we'll just be walking, right? Just walking from point A to point B. And she is constantly looking at everybody. She'll be like, this is literally what she said just this last week when she was here, pointing at this girl. Oh, look at her pants. They're so tight. If I was her mom, I wouldn't let her leave the house like that. Thinking, that girl's like 25. What do you mean? And she can wear whatever she wants. She looks fantastic. Oh my gosh, look at that lady and her dog. Her dog needs to have a sweater on. He's cold. What? There are tons of dogs here. None of them have sweaters. They're all fine. Oh my gosh.
Look at her butt.
Look at what she's wearing. Well, I would be cold. I guess maybe she's not. And she does all this. She always talks in like this really passive aggressive kind of way, which I think, notice how she points out like, oh my God, look what she's wearing. Like, my mom is incredibly insecure. She's a very, very big woman. And she hates it because to her, somebody's weight is equal to their value as a human being. She has always idolized women that are very, very thin, very wispy. If you're fat, basically you're worthless. And she's always gotten on me about my weight in that area. So she's always judging other people. Doesn't matter if you're skinny, she'll say it. She'll be like, ew, that girl's way too skinny. If you're overweight, it's like, ew, why is she wearing that? It's always women. It's never men. It's just always women that she criticizes. And so what's annoying about that, obviously, other than just criticizing all these random people for their looks and weight, girls, I should say, you can't talk to her. I'm trying to walk down the street and talk to her, and she's like, looking at what everybody else is doing, what they're wearing. Oh, I'll be in the middle of a sentence and like, oh my God, look what she's wearing. Like, Mom, are you listening to me? I can't even imagine how awful it must be inside her brain that she can't focus for more than like 10 seconds on what you're saying without worrying about what everybody else is doing. Oh, what kind of stroller is she using? Is that okay for the baby? And oh, that dog needs to be, on a leash or have it, she just always looking at what everybody else is doing and saying what they need to be doing. That's another thing about my mom. Anything you do to make yourself pretty and make yourself, it's always for a guy. It's not just for yourself. And my mom really fucked me up a lot as a young teenager growing up because of my weight. It's starting to hurt more and more now as I'm getting older because I have a daughter and now she's starting to get into the age where I was when my mom started to criticize me about my weight. I think I was probably like 12 or 13 when it really started to get bad. First of all, I was changing, okay? I was either 13 or 14 because I think I was just going into high school. So mind you, I'm still a growing girl. Like I'm still growing. I'm not even done growing yet and developing and all that. And I was in my bedroom changing, which now as a mother too, it's really fucking weird. My mom would like watch me change and watch me get dressed. There's no such thing as privacy with her. She would watch me change. And I'm like, I don't sit and watch my daughter change. Like I get her up in the morning, I tell her to get ready and I let her change on her own. When we have bathroom time, you go in and you shut the door and that's your personal time. My mom shits with the door open and like tells everybody that she's shitting with the door open. And you'll be in there going to the bathroom and she'll like just come in. And it's like, no, that's not okay. Like for me and my husband, it's not such a big deal. But for me and my daughter, no, that's your own private time. You change in your privacy of your room or whatever, and you go potty in the privacy of your room. I don't know what the deal is with that. She always goes to the bathroom with the door open, no matter what. And then when she just talks about shit, she talks about her shit all the time. How often she goes, what it looks like. It's like, it's fucking weird. Like, I'm like, what? So anyway, back to when I was like a girl changing with my mom watching me, I was putting on my bra and she was like, you're going to need to get a boob job. Your boobs are gross. She said that to me. I was a young girl still growing. That shit has haunted me forever. And I still hate my boobs to this day. I remember her also telling me, like kind of laughing, because I was walking somewhere, I don't remember where. And in high school, I was actually at my thinnest because I was a runner. So I had lost a lot of weight and kept it off. And I remember I was walking and I was wearing like really tight, like sweatpants almost, or like yoga pants. And she was just kind of laughed. She was like, she's like, you have such a fat ass. It jiggles so bad when you walk. I was like 14 or 15. I was a kid. To me, in my eyes now, I was a baby. And this is what my mother is saying to me. She told me all the time, oh, you'd be so much prettier if you just lost some weight. She would call me a fat ass in front of my friends, like if she got mad at me for doing something. And those are things that I never will forget. I don't remember all the times that she was good to me because it's overshadowed by the times that she told me that I'm a fat ass that needs to get a boob job when I was 14. Now, hopefully you can kind of see like why I don't want to hang out with my mom all the time. She constantly, whenever I make plans, like I can't make plans at all with my family because if we do something, she gets pissed that she wasn't invited. It's only me because we live closer to each other, like close to each other, even though we don't even live in the same state. So me and my husband are like planning a trip for an Alaskan cruise. And it's kind of like a anniversary romantic type thing. My mom was like, oh, because I made the mistake of letting her know because I'm an idiot. She was like, oh, let me know when you do that. I want to go too. And that's the thing. My mom just invites herself to anything. She asks me like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? If I was like, oh, me and my friends, we're having like a game night or something. She'd be like, oh, okay, I'll be there. She never waits for the invite. She always invites herself. She, no joke, fucking tried to invite herself on my sister's honeymoon to Paris. It makes me wonder, like, does she have any self-awareness at all? Or does she just think like, no, I own you. I can do whatever I want. I don't know. So I'm getting really tired of like just little things. Like me and my husband, we took our daughter to Disney on Ice. I think it was 2 weekends ago. And just sent like a picture of my daughter. So cute. Like she loves Encanto. So she was like singing and stuff. And my mom was pissed. She was like, I can't believe you didn't invite me. And I'm like, can I not do anything with my family without you horning in? Another thing that my mom used to always tell me when I was younger is I'm your parent. I'm not your friend. Okay, but now that it's convenient for you, oh, now you're my friend? No, you can't tell me my whole life that you're not my friend, you're my parent, and then expect me. I want to say to her, you know what, Mom? I didn't invite you because I'm not your friend. I'm your child, remember? I don't believe in that. And maybe you can say I'm a bad mom, but I would never say that to my child. My daughter, she is my friend. I love my daughter. And I know how to be her mother too. And she knows the boundaries. So I've started just hiding everything that I'm doing from her. Or if I don't, I'm just like, I don't care. And I don't really know how to approach that situation. I'm like I said, I'm going to start seeing a therapist just specifically for those family issues. That's probably going to be the number one thing I ask. How do I talk to my mom and tell her like, okay, you need to back off? We're two totally different people. My mom is constantly saying like how she'll always be like, oh, when I come out, let's plan this because we need to get out of the house. We need to get out of the house. We need to get active and move more. And I feel like going, no, Mom, you need to get out of the house and move more. I don't need that. One, I'm already doing a lot. Does she think that during the week, because like her, she has no job, and she has no friends, which sounds mean, but the reason she has no friends, the reason why her kids don't want anything to do with her is because she has pushed us all away. She has basically, she's done this to herself because my mom is such a miserable, entitled person. She thinks everybody, she's a, you know what my mom is? She's a Karen. She starts a fight with everybody at the grocery store. She thinks that everybody should cater to her, that she should get whatever she wants all the time. I have also told my husband, like, I will never go out to eat or go to the movies with her ever again because it's embarrassing. Every time we go out to eat, she thinks that just because she watches like all these cooking shows and she's a big fan of Gordon Ramsay, that she's like the best fucking chef on planet Earth. Every time we go out to eat, one, she's rude to the wait staff, which is super embarrassing. And you can't say anything to her, and I'll get to why after I'm done with this. But she's rude to the waitstaff. She overly criticizes everything about the food. And she is not quiet about it. My mom is super loud. When she laughs, she has to be the loudest person in the room. When she talks, she always has to talk. She always tries to like get in on other people's conversation. Like I was saying earlier, like she needs attention from everyone and she always has to be the center of attention. And I'm just not like that. I'm like total opposite of that. I don't want any attention. I don't want anybody looking at me. I don't want to be loud. And I used to be a waitress, so I know how awful it is. She is super hypersensitive. And remember when I was saying you can't say anything to her? There have been times when I have tried to sit down and have conversations with her where I've tried to express myself and express, something that she said, it hurt. Or maybe I'm going through something and I need some advice. Never again will I make that mistake. Sat down and said, okay, Mom, I need to talk to you about something serious. Please don't interrupt me, because she constantly interrupts. Please don't interrupt. I really want to talk to you about something serious when I'm done. Nope, can't do it. Like halfway through my first or second sentence, she'll be interrupted and be like, no, this is how you need to do it. Blah, 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 blah. No, you're wrong. It's usually always combative too. It's never like supportive in a way. So I don't even talk to her anymore. I don't talk to her about anything serious. I have my husband. I don't really need to. She thinks that she knows everything about everything. Why? I don't know. Because my mom had to drop out of high school because she got pregnant with me. So my mom is actually the least educated person in the room, usually 9 times out of 10. Yet she's the one with the most opinions.